My very first Winnie the Pooh, Pooh's Honey Hunt. One day in the 100-acre wood, Winnie the Pooh and some friends had gone to Pooh's house and stayed together all morning. They told stories, they played games, and they sung songs. I wonder what we should do now, said Pooh. Think. He looked as if he were concentrating very hard. You really don't have any ideas, Pooh? Asked Piglet. Wait, said Pooh. Maybe I do. What is it? Asked Piglet hopefully. My idea is that I always get my best ideas while I'm eating honey, said Pooh. Why don't I have a little snack, and then I'm sure I'll think of something. Well, let's find some honey then, exclaimed Christopher Robin. But I don't know how to find honey, said Piglet. Hunting for honey is not something Tiggers do best either, agreed Tigger. We might have to hunt for it, said Christopher Robin. Pooh, do you have any honey here in the house? As a matter of fact, I do, Christopher Robin, answered Pooh. All right then, everyone, said Christopher Robin. Let's start our search of the cupboards. Good thinking, replied Pooh. If I were honey, that's the very place I'd be. So Pooh opened up the cupboard, and everyone took a peek. Goodness gracious, Pooh, exclaimed Piglet. Hoo hoo hoo! I've never seen such a mess of honey pots, said Tigger. Really, Pooh? So many pots? What do you need that many for? Asked Christopher Robin. I never know when I might get a rumbly in my tummy, answered Pooh. I always try to be prepared for such an occasion by keeping lots of honey around. It's just that honey never seemed to stay around. Well done, Pooh, replied Christopher Robin. It looks as if all the planning ahead worked. There should be plenty of honey here for you to snack on. So the four friends looked all through Pooh's jars. When they were done, Christopher Robin said, Pooh, there's barely any honey in any of these pots. I guess my tummy has been very rumbly lately, said Pooh with a smile. Oh, bother. What shall we do now, Christopher Robin? Well, I guess we'll have to go hunting for some honey after all, Christopher Robin replied. We'll all help, agreed Piglet. Why don't we take some hunting tools to help us, suggested Christopher Robin. Everyone agreed that this was a splendid idea. It's all settled then. We'll all run home and grab our tools and meet back here in a little while. Please hurry. My tummy is getting more rumbly by the minute, said Pooh. Then suddenly he remembered something. Wait, he called out. But everyone had left. Oh, bother, said Pooh. I had something else to tell them. Soon Piglet arrived at Pooh's door, pulling a cart of honey hunting tools. Phew! Exclaimed Piglet. I sure hope I brought enough. Why, Piglet, said Pooh, opening the door. What's all that in your cart? I wasn't sure what to bring, Pooh, replied Piglet, so I brought everything. Do you think any of it will help? Well, actually, Pooh began, but Piglet was too excited. He couldn't wait for Pooh to finish. I brought a pinwheel to blow the bees away, he said breathlessly. A scarf to wrap around your face to protect you from bee stings, an umbrella in case of rain, and just then Tigger came bouncing up with his own cart full of honey hunting tools. Heidi-ho! Shouted Tigger. Hello, Tigger, said Pooh. I was just about to tell Piglet that I wasn't exactly sure what we would need, buddy boy, Tigger interrupted, so I brought all of this stuff. I've never been on a honey hunt before. What's in your wagon? Tigger asked Piglet. I brought a tennis racket to swat the bees with, a teapot for making some tea later to go with the honey, a balloon to help you get up the tree, some spare wheels in case one of the wagon wheels breaks, and a few other odds and ends, Tigger replied. But Tigger, Piglet, we don't really need any of those things, explained Pooh. Tigger was disappointed. I'm sorry, old buddy, he said. I tried my very best to come up with something. Me too, agreed Piglet. I suppose I should have explained earlier how I hunt for honey, said Pooh. Do we need to find some different tools, wondered Piglet. We don't need any tools at all, announced Pooh. You mean Piglet and I brought all of this stuff and we don't even need it, asked Tigger. I'm afraid so, Pooh admitted. Well then, old buddy, tell us. How do you hunt for honey? Asked Tigger. Just then, Christopher Robin walked up the path. So is everybody ready to go honey hunting, he asked. Tigger and I brought a whole bunch of stuff for the hunt, exclaimed Piglet. But after talking with Pooh, it doesn't seem we don't need any of it. So what do we need for the honey hunt? Asked Christopher Robin. My tummy and some empty pots, replied Pooh. What? Exclaimed Tigger and Piglet. When I hunt for honey, exclaimed Pooh, I just follow my tummy. It always gets extra loud and rumbly when honey is nearby. Okay, so now we know how we'll find the honey, said Piglet. But how will we bring it home? We could use a net. I think I have one here somewhere, said Tigger. He began to dig excitedly through his wagon. But the honey will pour right through the holes, Piglet pointed out. All we need are honey pots, said Pooh. I just reach into the tree, scoop out the honey, and put it into the pots. Then taste a little, of course. But that's so easy, exclaimed Tigger. Why didn't I think of that? Because you're not a Pooh Bear, Christopher Robin replied. Everyone laughed and began to pile Pooh's empty pots into a cart. Then off they went, listening extra closely for Pooh's tummy to rumble its way to some honey. P.S. And that's how Pooh and his friends spent the afternoon wondering what they'd do next. The end. Please subscribe for more great videos.